All right, this is the first time I'm doing this. It basically giving you an overview of my training philosophy of my workout program that I usually have for my clients, and basically like a general overview. So that's, by the way, it's also the reason why people around the industry always ask me to help them with their clients' workout program or help them with their workout program. Supplement companies too, magazines too, regards to articles. Give you an example: people like Paige Hathaway, Steve Cook, Sean Sorrento's, who else? Katie. I can never pronounce her last name. Kudo or Kuruko. I can't remember her name. And magazines like Train Magazine, Muscle and Fitness, for example. Anyway, going to the first page. First page is intensity. And the reason I have it first is because I think it's the most important because intensity sets the bar for every other variable in your workout, like rest time. Um, what else? Rest time, number of reps, number of sets, and intensity even dictates how high your metabolism is going to be after your workout and how long is going to be after your workout. For instance, if you somebody working out 65% of your one rep max, that's 65%. Say they can only work out, they can only lift 100 pounds. 65% of 100 is what's meant by 65% of their one rep max. So usually the equivalency of it in reps is equal to 15 reps. So that's 15 rep max. Now, as far as now going back to my point, 80, their metabolism is not going to be as high as somebody working out at 85% of their one rep max. And even they have studies too. I think the scientist's name was Paoli, I believe. He was able to demonstrate it where individuals who were working out, who did cardio with 85% of their one rep max, the HIIRC, high intensity interval resistance cardio or training, their metabolism stayed up for 22 hours after their workout based because of their intensity level that they had. And the reason being is if you work out with 65 to 70% of your one rep max, which is about 75, between 12 and 15 reps, your entire muscle fibers, for instance, let's say you're working out, you're doing biceps, all of them are not going to be activated until your 12th, is it 12? Yeah, until your 12th rep. That's when your entire bicep will be fully activated. If you're using 85% of your one rep max, all of them is going to be activated from rep 2 going all the way up to like rep 6, which is 5 or 6, which is the end. So, that's why intensity level is important. And I'll tell you why rest time too, ties into this. Now, this right, I like to over explain everything, hence this video. But this basically is going into every single thing I'm about to explain right now. Now, this next page, day one is a leg day. So what I like to do for most of my clients or what have you is give them a visualization of what they're working and everything. So if I say you're working your vastus lateralis, I'm not going to expect them anybody, and I'm not going to assume somebody knows it and know what it is. So I like to put diagrams on there and showing people where that muscle is located, where the quads is located, where the glutes is located, hamstrings is located. So example, so this is like that's like a simple program, and you will see when I give front squats, exercises, front squats, muscle emphasis, quads. That's why the picture before. So now the person could go back and see, oh, that's where the quads is located. That's where the vastus lateralis is located, and everything. And along the same line, you will see, you will notice this, which is the intensity level. Again, that way they don't have to flip back and forth and see to look for. Okay, he said 85% of my 85% intensity level. What rep? How many reps is that? So that's this is how many. That's why I have this chart right here. And not everybody knows what their one rep max is. I don't even know what my one rep max is, but I do know that I do know what weight I can use for just 5 reps or 6 reps and no more. So that's why I have the rep equivalency on there. So hence, if somebody is doing 15 reps, hey, that's not your 85. That's not 85% of a 1 rep max. So this, the rep equivalency on the right hand side is, in my opinion, a better way of letting people know like what their intensity level should be because it's important. Now, rest time, as far as rest time goes, is you can't. I see women do this. Most of my female clients do this. Is where they have their rest time is barely, it's not even a minute. Now, uh, as my book said, women recover faster than guys, and the reason why is too. It will take several pages. Again, it's in my book. You see, when you read it, you see, oh, okay, that's why women recover faster, and that's why they don't get as sore as guys do, or what have you. But basically, it takes 2 minutes and 30 seconds for your ATP to fully regenerate. ATP is your energy currency. That's what you use to do it every day. Reading this right now, you're using ATP to read this, or listen to this. Listen to me yap my gums or what have you. So ATP, if it's not fully regenerated and you're going heavy, then you're selling yourself short. So hence the reason why, if I'm having like a high intensity, if the phase a person is in is high intensity, then I'm gonna have them between 2 minutes and 30 seconds or 3 minutes, depending on the person, depending if the person is an advanced trainee or intermediate or newbie, or if they're a woman, because women, for the most part, unless they're new, are not going to be resting as long as guys. All right, moving on. So now this is chest, delts, and triceps. Again, I already stated the reason why. I put the visualization there. I think having a visual of what muscle group you're training helps out a lot. If you know why you're doing what you're doing, that's a driver in itself. That's gonna make you continue doing what you're doing. I'm not sure if you guys would see that, but that's like I'm a sneakerhead, but that's telling me the price dropped. Anyway, uh, so again, the same thing. Uh, for instance, okay, now let me get back into sets. How I've told you intensity dictates sets and reps or what have you. So because intensity is high, 85 to 90% of the person's 1 rep max, the sets are going to be higher because the reps are lower. Like if you're doing 85%, 90% of a 1 rep max, for most muscle groups, not all of a muscle group, is going to fall between 4 and 6 and everything. 90% of your 1 rep max is going to be 3 or 4 reps. So therefore, your sets is going to be higher. However, if you're going, say, 75%, which is 10 reps, then your sets are going to be lower. Just simply because you're doing more reps with less sets, with 10 reps per set versus 4 reps per set. So in the end, it still comes out to the exact same, about the exact same reps, like 85%, 46 reps, 4 sets. You're looking at 16 to 24 reps. With 75%, you're looking at 30 reps. So about the same. Now moving on to the next one. Let's see anything else. Now, here's an example of what I mean. So you see over here is 65%, 65 to 70% of intensity level, which is about 12 to 15 reps. So their sets is going to be lower, you know, and that means their rest time is going to be less. And that's simply because with less intensity, you can recover faster. If it was a higher intensity, then obviously your ATP is going to take longer to regenerate, and then you're going to need more rest time and everything. But like I said, my book have a lot more details than I'm letting on right now. And along the same lines, different muscle group requires different rest time. Like a smaller muscle group, different muscle group require different rest time. Small muscle group is going to require less rest time. Different exercises require less time. For instance, like if you're not going to expect, for instance, if you're doing leg extensions right now, your rest time is not going to be the same as if you're doing squats, and that's because you're using more overall muscle. Using your quads, using quads mainly, hamstring, but then you got to think about the ancillary muscle, which is the muscle that's help stabilize the bar over your back. So you're using more muscle overall, which means you need more recovery time. Hence the reason is 2 minutes versus say if you're doing a leg extension, then your rest time is going to be 1 minute or a minute at 30 at best, just because it's an isolation movement. It's not a compound movement. You're isolating just your quads. But anyway, that's just a quick overview. Let me know if you guys like this or not. Again, I just thought I'd give you guys like the brief synopsis of the method to my madness.